Hi, I'm Avni and welcome to Perspectives. So, for today's episode, we have with us Ms. Renu Modi, the founder and director of Gallery Spas. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Today I wanted to talk about the theme of the representation of women through Jamini Roy's artwork, and specifically his representation of mother and child, because that's a recurring theme in his work. However, even though you see it in his work quite often, he's depicted the same mother and child image in many different ways. So we have three paintings that I wanted to talk about today. One is Krishna Yashoda, one is mother and child, and one is Santhal mother and child. So the first thing I wanted to ask you was that I know that although all three of these paintings are different, the third one, the Santhal mother and child, is especially different from the other two. Like, what is the reason for this?
Jamini Roy was trained academically, the Western tradition of education, art education, in the Government College of Art in Kolkata in the 1920s. He was born in 1887 and died 1972. Jamini Roy, I think it was around just after his college and during his college, and I think in the 20s, he was commissioned a lot for portraiture, for portraits. And he used to do those which we still find and people have in their collection, a very Van Gogh style, very Western style, academic style of works. You see a lot of impressionist kind of landscapes which he used to do. And I think it was 1925-26, he realized that it just struck him that that's not what he should do, and he wanted to evolve his own distinctive style of paintings. So what he did is completely discarded the Western style, and he was very influenced by the folklore and the folk traditions of Bengal.
Mm-hmm.
He saw the putt painters, the urban putt painters in Calcutta, in Kalighat. So he just got very influenced by he got very inspired by their strokes and by their flat colors, the myth and mythology they used in their work. After some time, he just went and stayed with the putt painters in the village, and that's where, and he used to go and observe them. So, and when you talk about, there's really nothing very anything much written about the Santhal style of painting, but so influenced by the ordinary folk people and ordinary people around him. And all his works basically are mythology, folklore, and it's his surroundings, what he has been interested in. So when you see this mother and child, the Santhal, which is a very beautiful, he must have surely seen those tender moments of women sitting with their children there in the villages.
Yeah.
So his work, but there were three reasons basically. His work, where he intended it to, how he wanted them to be. One was his style was very, very simplistic style of painting, with a few strokes, but very bold strokes and very flat colors he had he used in his works. And if you see from this, the Santhal to the other two works which you're talking about, this has a very, very different style than the others.
Yeah.
And Jamini Roy was actually loved to call himself a Patwa, because he was so inspired by them, by the lifestyle. He became very popular during his, I think in the 40s, he became very popular with Bengal elite and even with Europeans. But his heart was with the ordinary people. He wanted his works to go to the ordinary people.
Yeah, so you said that he was really inspired by, folklore and Bengal and the culture there. So are there any other maybe like symbols in his artwork that, show his the way he was inspired by the culture?
If you look at the blue painting, the child and the mother, and that indigo blue which he's used, which was one of his very, it was very jammy color, that very bright indigo blue. If you look at the border of the sari, there are these, alpana-like dots.
Yeah.
You could see these alpana motifs around, sometimes a flower or sometimes some little element of the Alpana on his work.
Yeah, so speaking of colors also, he uses a very limited color palette. Is there any specific reason for, just mainly primary colors and then some shades of like brown or ochre?
He worked with the patwas, or he worked in the villages. They used to use a lot of natural colors.
Yeah.
Mitti, powder. So all ochre yellow, haldi. Many contemporary artists or modern artists still use those colors. But Jamni, he used these 7, I think, basic colors of yellow, ochre, red, indigo, black, white.
So another thing I noticed about his works, especially his later works, is that a extremely defining feature of a lot of his artworks is the really smooth, thick brush strokes, and also the eyes, the long, narrow eyes in all his subjects. Yeah. So was there any particular reason why he decided to make the eyes like that, or why he decided to stick with that as a defining feature of the rest for a lot of his works?
Again, see, the influence of Patwa Pat paintings are there on his work. They also had very large eyes in there. But I sometimes Jamni's eyes are much more. They're narrower and they are larger.
Yeah.
But if you look at our temples, I really wouldn't be able to tell you why he used it. It was his distinctive style, because that's how he evolved his own language, his own distinctive style. And that has stood the test of times. And even now his works are so popular.
Mm-hmm.
But this eyes, when we come to it, if you go to our temples, you look at our sculptures, the eyes, many sculptures have these, the temple, the statue, the idols have very big eyes, and they have these very long eyes. So eyes express a lot. So and Jamni's eyes are very expressive. Like in this Santhal work, I don't think there's an eye, but there is a little bit of, sometimes, this kind of a style, you just see a little bit of the eye. But in these very frontal faces, you see those long, big eyes. And if you look at Yashoda, the eyes are looking sideways, side glance. So he used his expression was through these eyes.
And another thing I noticed now that I'm looking at all three of these works together is that there's nothing very rectangular or straight lines. He's used a lot of curved sort of shapes. Everything, whether it's the sari, the face, the eyes, the hands, every single shape is so curved and rounded. Do you know why that would be?
Probably this is actually his style. So why it's not that? Because when you look at his drawings, which I have in my own collection, his style, because artists have their own styles, and so his work is a very those rounded, smooth lines which he would do.
Yeah.
So his work has those gentle works, because if you compare it with Hussein's line, M.F. Hussain, his lines were very powerful. Manjeet Soozah's was also very full of energy, but it's not that Jamni's lines are not powerful. But when you see Jamni Roy's work, you see the very gentle, curvy, rounded lines around that. That's his style of doing it. Yeah. So it's every artist has their own way of drawing. In my collection, I have a panel also, which is it's a carriage.
Yeah,
it's something like a belgadi, that kind of and that is a very Byzantine kind of a style. That is those very little bricky kind of a Byzantine style, which he was influenced earlier in the 20s.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mrs. Modi. I think this has been really, really informative. But I just have one last question. So, how we spoke about how his style is really unique, and I don't think I've seen anything else like this. You look at the painting and you know that it was made by Jamni Roy. But do you think his work has influenced the younger generation in any way?
It's a very interesting question which you have asked, Agni. In my past few decades of dealing with art or being with art and artists, I really haven't seen anyone being influenced by Jamni Roy directly. They have been influenced by the Pat painters, but not Jamni Roy. Jamni has his own very distinctive style as one of the early modernists of arts in India.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think I learned so much more about Jamini Roy and his style and his artworks today. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time out and talking to me about it.
Thank you, Avni. Thank you for inviting me for this episode of yours.
Thank you.